Hello, in this video you will learn about synthetic division. This is another method similar to long division that will allow you to simplify polynomial expressions. So I color-coded everything for reference. I place the old division format data at the bottom so that you can refer back to it and you see the color coding, but we will be using synthetic division. So whenever you start using synthetic division, you're going to take this binomial, and if the number right here is 1 in front of the x, which in this case it is, then we will write it down and make it equal to 0. We will then solve for x. Subtract 10 from both sides, and we get x equals -10. In a sense, all you're doing is getting the opposite sign of whatever you started with. Whatever you get here, this -10, you will put in this half a box. After doing that, you will take the number of everything in the dividend and write them here, only the coefficients, 6, 68, and 80. This right here would be the form that we will be using to solve it using synthetic division. We will start by bringing down the 6. As soon as you bring the 6 down, you will take this -10 and multiply it times 6. Whatever you get, you will write it here. So -10 times 6 is -60. As soon as you do that, you will add or subtract these two values. In this case, it's 68 minus 60. It would give us +8. You will then repeat the process until you no longer have any numbers. The next one that we multiply by is 10. -10 times 8 would be -80. Add these two together or subtract, in this case is subtract, and you get 0. You don't have any more columns to bring numbers down. That means that you are done with this part. Now we have to move on to the next step. If you look at how we originally started the problem, this column is for the x squared, this column is for the x, and this column is for the constant. Because we are dividing, the exponents decrease by 1. What does that mean? That means that now we have, this one is the remainder, this becomes the constant, and this one becomes the x. We do not have an x squared anymore because the exponents went down by 1. Now when we write it down, it would be 6x plus 8, and because we do not have a remainder, this would be the answer. If we have a remainder that is not 0, then the problem would include the remainder as the answer. So now this is part of the quotient, which we write here, and this would be